How does that... I gotta see if my camera stops. Okay, wow, that's weird now that it's right here instead of on top of my TV. Hello there. With the finger straight up. No, that's weird though because it's like I'm constantly looking up. God damn. Is my neck really that long? Shut up. My neck is not that... Oh, these monkeys. Oh, hey, I love you too. Come here, Mr. Monkey. What do you mean? He's all like, oh my gosh. It's okay, Mr. Sponges. Okay. Here, you got eye boogers. There you go. You're soft. You're so soft because I gave you a bath yesterday. Oh, we were so happy when we gave you a bath. You love it when I give you a bath and then I throw it on you and you're like, oh, you smell like cherry blossoms. Yep, you smell like cherry blossoms. Yes, you smell like cherry blossoms. You hungry? What? Oh, it's pretty empty right there, dude. One scoop. Bigger scoop than that. Oh, bigger scoop than that. There we go. 2 scoops. There you go. Yeah, I saw you with your face. You're like, oh yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot the mic. This is weird. So where would I want to put this for a better view? It's kind of weird though. I don't mind it being there, but yeah, I'm looking at the camera, make you feel awkward. Hey girl, looking straight into your eyes. Hey girl, I can see past your soul. Hey girl, you don't got a soul. Hey girl. Okay, now that's enough. Time to use the Kamehameha wave and push the camera button. Go. You go bye-bye, camera. I don't need you here. Turn off. It's because my birthday, my parents came up to visit, and they had a little celebration cookout for me, and my dad gave me this awesome shelf that he mounted right on top of my TV, or like, yeah, where my TV is up there in that space behind it, and I have all my pops up there now, and it's so awesome because they just created a lot more room in my room, so my room is roomy, and I can do all the things. Anyway, let's play GOM.
Poor villagers. The master possesses them. It mustn't hurt them. Hurt guards, though. They seek out an object of great power.
A crucifix once stood here, but the mayor took it. Find a replacement and see how the church should really look. Blacksmith's Monthly. Old Man Willie Green of Gallowstown was awarded Smithy of the Season by our readers. His outstanding casts have produced many intricate and hard-wearing iron goods and sculptures. Willie only uses the finest of metals in his work, and is particularly noted for his magnificent busts. Old Man Willie was quoted as saying, "Aye, when I get pumping on me bellows, there's no stopping me. It's all in the rhythm, up and down, up and down. I've always been inspired by the stories of Stanya Ironhewer, the greatest smithy there ever was." The rune key is held aloft by the flow of water from the fountain. You may have to wait for the next drought. Bust of Mr. Shanks, landlord of the Troll's Head. To clean the statue, lower the pedestal.
Hurry, comrades, tear this place apart. If we don't find the Shadow Artifact, Lord Zarak will have us mucking out the demons for the next millennium.
Had the mic on off. So going back to insulting Andy that thinks he's getting the last laugh because of the game and the troll head. It's just like, dude, my nose isn't that big. The fact that your ego was so offended that you had to go about creating art to represent what you think of me is hilarious, because that shows how pitiful you are. And let me close my door, because I'm about to go off on you right now. And I'm laughing because it's just like, dude, you know that, like, I'm in my 20s, right? And which is a lie, I'm like 29. I just turned 29. People think I'm fucking 18 or a teenager. And I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry that my genes are so great, and I'm sorry that I got myself Smile Direct and I fucking fixed my teeth. Oops, I took care of myself. Oh my, I learned how to handle my money and not spend it all on stupid stuff, and budget and spend wisely and pay off my bills and save enough so I can enjoy myself every now and while. Oh my god. Oh my. You turned me into a good person that's responsible and knows what to do and have fun, and also has a great sense of humor and knows how to fucking destroy egotistical giants. Thank you so much. Holy crap. Really? Really? It's just like, you mad because I have all this hair also? You're balding or what? Once again, not my fault. I'm a combination of what? My parents' genes. So if I have really great hair, that's my mom. That's all my mom's genes. If I have good looks, that's my dad's. If I have a combination of both their looks, well, holy shit, isn't that how science and dominant and recessive genes work when they create a baby? You guys get so fucking pissed just because I put on contacts and they're green. I put on contacts, they're blue. I wear glasses, you think I look like Austin Powers. I don't give a shit. My glasses are huge, they're fucking Ray-Bans. Of course a huge frame's gonna make my nose look big. Doesn't your focus get drawn away from you looking directly at my eyes because you're like, oh my god, this guy's got fucking boob tube lenses, I can't take him seriously, he looks like a fucking retard. And it's like, no, go figure, and now you have a thing against fucking special eds and mentally retarded kids that have a hard time understanding anything, and yet have a better and happier life than you ever would because a lack of a childhood, I guess, and because you went to war. Boo hoo hoo, good so sad for you. That was your decision, dude. If you were raised by a military family and you wanted to join the army, your decision. Which is why I'm what? Pro-choice. Your choices, your decision, your life. If I just want to kick back, chill, all this cool, simple shit, and then have a normal job, and then wanted an education, cool, that's what I wanted to do. But, you know what happened? I guess about the age of 12 or 13, when my parents got a computer, I was on the internet. Obviously, I didn't have access to message boards or things like that, but I had access to the internet, and I would look up stuff, and I would learn things, and it was cool. And then I would find online stores, and I found out about Japanese goods, which was cool, so I was learning. And then as I got a little older, and my best friend was like, dude, you need an email account in order to do anything nowadays. And I was like, what for? And he showed me like YouTube and a bunch of other bull crap, and I was like, okay, cool, make me an email account, I guess. And he's like, okay, cool. He's like, well, what do you want it to be? And I'm like, Shadow Jedi X _ what I thought I was gonna graduate 09, because I wanted to graduate a year early from high school, but then I made such great friends that I was just like, dude, I don't want to fucking go to college a year early and bail on my best friends. It's like, I'd rather fucking last it out. Instead of graduating my junior year, graduate my senior year, and then just be like, whatever, cool, and then be on my way. So, Shadow Jedi X _ 09 at hootmail.com was my first email account. And everyone that just heard that, if you're a hacker, don't do it. That email, it does not used for anything. I still use it. It's what's connected to my Xbox because it required a Microsoft email, and Hotmail was like an old email format at the time. So my cousin made that for me, and since you need to be of adult age to have an email address, I was just like, why can't you just use my birthday and then just fudge the year so I'm 18? And he's like, that's stupid and complicated, I don't feel like doing math right now. And I'm just like, you lazy ass motherfucker, you're fucking smart, and you don't want to do math right now. And he just goes to his dad's, because I was sleeping over at his house that weekend. And he's like, hey dad, what's compadre's birthday? So he asked his dad for my dad's birthday. So my first email address is based off my dad's birthday. And I'm laughing so hard because these guys are like, we're gonna get this internet troll because they feel like Batman or some shit. And I'm just like, dude, you know, the entire time you were just talking to a child that apparently was so much fucking smarter than you and was just playing the fucking games you were playing because he didn't like the fact that he was being picked on anonymously, then holy shit. And if you're mad at me now, well, that's your fucking fault. I don't care if I have a good, comfortable life. And you're like, where are you getting all this money from? It's like, what do you think? You fucking mentally destroyed me, so I'm mentally ill. So obviously, I mean, like, if I'm not fit to work, how am I supposed to survive? If I'm supposed to pay for bills, for utilities, for food, you know, basic living necessities, where's this money supposed to come from? So you do some paperwork, and your government's like, oh shit, well, what do you know? We fucked this kid. So, yeah. Thank you. I can't, well, I technically can go back to school, but it's just like, what's the point if I had such a sour experience and it's just gonna happen again? And then it's just like, oh, you bastards. Like, but if I have the paperwork, you won't give me shit. But the moment I'm like, oh, I have mental disabilities, you know, I suffer from, I guess, things that the doctors can't really figure out, but they keep saying it's depression because that's the front I put. Because I never want to fucking stay at that good goddamn mental institute longer than I have to. So it's just like, oh, duh, play good boy, go along with everything, play all the fucking therapy things, games that they have there, and just smile, wave, and be like, I'm getting better, doctor, each and every day. You feed them that fucking lie, and you sell them that fake fucking smile, and you sell it to them like it's genuine fucking gold, and they'll believe you. And you know what the hilarious thing is? It actually did get better. They just said I was mental because they didn't want to fucking deal with me. Wow, go figure. The kid that's being disruptive in class actually knows a little bit more than the teachers, the counselors, and the joke security and cops and law enforcement. Where the fuck did this guy come from? I've always been here, dude. Came from a little small town in Texas that's close to the border. A Mexican-American. Like, how many times do I have to say this? This is like, oh, right. You think everything that comes out of my mouth is a fucking lie, and then the things that sound like a fucking lie and are really far-fetched that end up being a truth that fucking destroy your mind and distort your view on reality because it sounded like a goddamn conspiracy to begin with. It's not my fault that the fucking world is a goddamn joke and it crumbles like a fucking cookie in a child's hand after he spilt milk and cried and clutched that cookie with all the force and anger that he was feeling in the exact moment. Anyway, let me go back to game. Because, honestly, I'm just tired of playing your fucking clown games, people. Why can't I just live life and enjoy it and watch you all die like it should be? There's nothing wrong with that. Especially when I had nothing to do with anything. My hands are clean and there's no blood. Just because I think like a maniacal genius doesn't mean I act like one. You've been trolled. Goodbye, peace, love you. No, just JK. Fucking hate you all. Cause you always fell for the goddamn joke and could never see the real thing.
bust of Mr. Shanks, landlord of the Troll's Head. To clean the statue, a crucifix once stood here. The rune key is held aloft. History of Gallowmere, Volume 1. During the dark time that was Gallowmere's not too distant past, it was King Peregrine who thwarted Zarok the Necromancer and his plan to enslave the land. Zarok, once the king's mage, had fallen out of favor with the ruler for conducting outlandish experiments on the bodies of the dead. It was said that deep within Peregrine Castle, the dead were restless. The dead are to be honored, not kept as the playthings of alchemists, declared King Peregrine as he banished Zarok from the castle. All of Zarok's living dead were routed out and destroyed. Zarok, being an unforgiving soul, went into hiding and vowed to wreak his revenge on the king. History of Gallowmere, Volume 2. Rumors of ill-doing and dark deeds abounded through the land of Gallowmere. It was whispered that Zarok had employed the aid of shadowy demons to help build a vast castle. Under the cover of night, Zarok's dark army spilled forth from their corrupt haven. The army marched south across the Silver Mountains and through the Silver Woods. Soon afterwards, even the Pumpkin Lands belonged to Zarok. The folk of Gallows Town cried out for help. "Save us, good King Peregrine." Retaliation was swift and violent. King Peregrine's forces, led by the brave Sir Fortescue, drove Zarok's army back from Gallows Town. Oh, there was much rejoicing, but the war was not yet over. History of Gallowmere, Volume 3. News that Zarok's army had now taken the Floodlands caused much concern. From this vantage point, Zarok could march west to take the Enchanted Forest. This sacred place would prove a bitter defeat if it fell into the hands of the evil sorcerer. It was Sir Dan Fortescue who once again led the king's militia to rid the demon host from the land. Yet the evil wizard was cunning and had prepared an ambush. Titanic battle ensued, of which history has never seen the like. It is said that the day would have gone to Zarok, but for the skill and valor of one man. Fortescue led the charge deep into the massed ranks of the undead, felling Zarok's bodyguard, the fearful Lord Cardok, and before finally succumbing to his own mortal wounds, slew the traitorous sorcerer with a mighty sweep of his sword. History of Gallowmere, Volume 4. The forces of evil were destroyed, but at a terrible price. None but a handful of the king's militia returned from that field. Gallowmere lost a whole generation of young men that day, including Canny Tim, the legendary crossbowman, and Fortescue's second-in-command, who fell in the first volley of arrows. Zarok's body was never found, though if it lies unmourned in an unmarked grave, then no one in Gallowmere would shed a tear. The shadow demons that had fallen under Zarok's banner were unnatural creatures that did not belong in the world of mortal men. The king declared that they be banished, entombed under the pure earth of the enchanted earth. Imprisoned within an impregnable box of the king's design, the demons were buried deep underground. Their tomb was sealed with a magical device that has since come to be known as the Shadow Artifact. Tourist's Guide to Gallowmere, Part 1. The land of Gallowmere is a wondrous land of breathtaking sights and adventure. If it's beauty you are looking for, be sure to check out the sights of the Enchanted Forest. Scale the heights and see the nests of giant dragon birds. Seek out weird and wonderful plant life. Go ooh and ah at the sight of baby dragon toads splashing about in the crystal clear ponds. Why not take a walk through the Pumpkin Valley? Pumpkin is Gallomir's favorite dish, and about now the valley is just bulging under the weight of young podlings awaiting harvest. Tourist Guide to Gallomir, Part 2. If it's mystery you're looking for, then the seasoned adventurer should travel to the ruins of King Peregrine's castle. Yes, this is the fortress from which the fabled King Peregrine once hailed. It is said that the king's crown was lost in the dungeons below the castle, and that the ghost of the regent himself now haunts these cold stone passageways. Spooky. Why not take the swamps and seek out the mythical town of Mellowmead? This place was once said to be a place of fantastical arcane alchemy, but an age has passed since it was consumed by the murky swamps. Perhaps great treasure awaits any adventurer that can locate its watery resting place. Heroes from History, a retrospective. Chapter 1. In addition to being the strongest man who ever lived, Stanyer Ironhewer was unsurpassed in his skill as a blacksmith. He was equally happy pounding on his anvil at home as he was pounding on someone's head in battle. It was said that his only fear was the end of the village smithy as the focus of manufacture, in favor of more centralized units. As if. Chapter 2. Born a humble peasant to one of the nomadic tribes from the Eastlands, Bloodmanoth Skullcleaver gathered an army of horsemen and swept over half the civilized world. When he finally died, attempting a single-handed attack on a garrison in the north while armed only with a spike on his helmet, he was the richest and most powerful peasant of his day. Chapter 3. Carl Sterngard spent most of his formative years under siege at his family castle. With his impregnable magic shield, Sterngard's motto was, "The best form of attack is defense." Sadly, his shield couldn't protect him against poor eating habits, and he died during a post-battle feast, while swallowing a large sausage he had failed to chew. Chapter 4. Truly the hero's hero. Woden the Mighty was fearless, single-minded, and uncompromising. Unbeaten in combat, he inspired raw fear in friends and enemies alike, not to mention in close family members and pets. Chapter 5. Trained from birth in all forms of combat, Imanzi Shongama was the warrior queen of a tribe of Amazons. The bold and the beautiful Shongama banished all males from her territory, except the handful she kept on to mow the lawns of her people. Chapter 6. A full-time mother and homemaker, Megwin Stormbinder had to defend her settlement from barbarian raiders while the menfolk were away on a hunting trip. She fought off repeated attacks, armed only with a pitchfork and a rolling pin, and with one arm holding her baby. Legend has it that the gods, impressed by her indomitable courage, intervened and added thunderbolts to her arsenal. She won the battle with a couple of bolts to spare on her husband when he finally returned. Chapter 7. Dirk Steadfast was a fearsome opponent thanks to his magic sword and a firmly held belief that only women defend themselves. Real men are always on the attack. He was a friend and contemporary of Karl Sterngard, and was with him even to the end. It was whilst Steadfast was explaining his views on Sterngard's shield during a feast that the latter had his tragic and inexplicable accident. Chapter 8. Descended from the finest centaur bloodstock, Ravenhooves the Archer was the last prince of his people. A proud and haughty aristocrat, he was an accomplished hunter, sportsman, duelist, playboy, raconteur, and 3 times Derby winner. Chapter 9. Captain of the militia in the time of King Peregrine, Sir Daniel Fortescue found fame when he killed the renegade wizard Zarok. A career soldier raised in the royal household, he was adored by the men under his command, and renowned for his loyalty to Gallowmere. It was said that Fortescue was always destined for greatness. With his square jaw, steely gaze, and thick shock of hair as black as raven's wings, he looked every inch the hero. To whom it may concern, I must make haste, for Zarok's men will be here within the hour. I have taken the crucifix from the church. It is the key to a key. I used the cross to make the attached cast. Then I had it destroyed. It is my hope that this cast falls into the hands of a just and good hero. Signed, the town mayor. A crucifix once stood here, but the mayor took it. Find a replacement and see how the church should really look. Dear Sir or Madam, on my travels across Gallowmere, I have come across many mysterious and enchanting finds. However, that which filled me with deepest dread was discovery of the tomb of the Shadow Demons. The key to their dank prison, the mysterious Shadow Artifact, is now in my possession. Yours fearfully, the Town Mayor. Capture that greedy profiteer, the Town Mayor. Take him to the Asylum dungeons. Give the fat boy a good going over. Locate the Shadow Artifact. Bring me back something nice.
back and forth like a supernatural yo-yo. Maybe the Master will make it harder to find those magic egg cups.
Hey, Mr. Fortisque, I want to talk with you. If this Zorak's so bad, why'd you get to go back? Why'd you of all people, Fortisque? It should be I, Blood Monatha Skull Cleaver. When I lived, always I had a pile of slain strewn around me. You spend most of your time organizing a changing of the guard and playing croquet with the king. Still, I lend you my axe. You swing her, you throw her. She thirsts for a slaughter as much as I. Drink deep of demon blood, my proud beauty.